to WWE 2K18 is and check the game out. I mean, it's all, but all in all, it's all right. Yeah, it's an all right game. Yeah. So over here in the left side of the screen, I have the wrestlers. On my computer, I have a list of the wrestlers, and we'll start off with one for Raw, one for SmackDown. Every team in existence in the WWE at the moment, but the ones I have will go together. So yeah, and if people under the weight of 205 pounds goes to Raw, they automatically, no matter who it is, they also go to 205 Live. So yeah, that'll be interesting. I also got that list for the ones who are below the 205 pound limit. Yeah, okay, so let's go. So we'll start off. I just got a message that the internet connection quality is currently not sufficient to broadcast gameplay. I sure hope it does not fuck up the way it did with the Amnesia in my last video. Fingers crossed. Let's get into this. Okay? Okay. Oh. It has only chosen my 51st picks. My first 50 entry. Damn. I should have checked that before I went on there. Okay, never mind. We'll just take the first 50. We'll video. So the first 50. And I think it goes to, as far as I can see, to F. Okay. Are we ready? Yeah, there we go. So that's good. Also, I have chosen a couple of people who aren't there, really, or who isn't active, to put them on rosters as well. For example, Triple H. I know he's there-ish. Daniel Bryan, and also I've downloaded China, and she's also going to be active. So yeah. And finally it stopped. Holy damn, that took a while. I also should have checked just how long this would take for it to finish spinning around. But enough about that. The first for Raw is a stable. And it's a call-up. It is Sanity. So that means 4 people will go to Raw, away from NXT. I'm not really aware of any easier way to do this. I mean, I could have made the draft prior to. We have almost there. I know I am. Killian Dane going from Raw, from NXT to Raw, not from Raw to NXT, the other way around. And also Eric Young, the leader of Sanity. Cool. And we will remove them. Hi, Thomas. Nice to meet you. Or not really. Can't see you. Okay. So next up. Yeah, we'll see whoever that might be. It really bothers me that this wheel thing moves so slowly as it does. I really should have checked this before I went on. I apologize for all this waiting. I do. So next up, and that is for SmackDown, will be Yes, we will remove him. None other than the Brian Kendrick. He will go to SmackDown. Cool. But I suppose the more names that I remove from the list, the faster it'll actually go. So that'll be great. That'll be great. Thanks, Thomas. So yeah, the next up, and it's for NXT, will be a woman. I can tell you that. It is Emma, going from Raw to NXT. Here we go. Next up, the second one for Raw. Exciting, exciting indeed. Yeah. Still waiting for the wheel to stop spinning. Once again, I apologize that I didn't test just how slow it would be. Oh, it's gonna be a big name, I can tell. It is that guy. I do not understand what you're writing to me, Thomas. I apologize for that, but I don't. So from NXT, the current, at least in the game, NXT champion. There. From NXT, Bobby Roode. Next up, it's gonna take a while. I just realized that. Thankfully, I don't have anything to do until tomorrow. So, yeah, if you got the time. I am glad to hear that, Casper, that there are no picture. But really, you don't need picture actually, because you can just listen to me. That is actually the most important thing in this very video. So it's fine, because there's no gameplay. It's a draft, and if there's no picture, then you can't see me giving you the thumb up, but I am, so yeah. But nonetheless, for SmackDown Live, it is the NXT Women's Champion, Asuka. Cool. So next up, one for NXT. And NXT has suffered a little here because they lost the entire sanity. Hopefully they can drag in a tag team or two. We shall see about that. But for now, they will instead drag themselves oh well, they're already on NXT. Nice. So what I'll say there, it is the Authors of Pain, Akim, and Razor. Third up for Raw, not NXT, but for Raw. Raw shall have it is quite exciting who they shall have. The wheel of slowness and randomness. For Raw, they shall receive Becky Lynch from SmackDown Live. Amazing. Amazing. Nope. Off SmackDown you go, and over to Raw. Cool? Cool. Cool. So, we need one for SmackDown now. Or maybe more than one. Maybe it's 2, maybe 3 even. Because we have a couple of trios in here. But right now, Smack Diddly Down. We'll get another one from 205 Live and another from Raw. It is gentleman Jack Gallagher. A sign show. Over to SmackDown you go. Welcome to the one more time. Welcome to the blue brand, not the blah brand, whatever. Yeah. So we go to NXT. Let's see who they shall have. If they'll get someone new, or they'll just stay with whoever they have. No. NXT acquires themselves a new tag team. No, they will not get Brock Lesnar. At least not yet. They might get Brock Lesnar, Thomas. We shall see. But for now, they get the tag team of Curtis Axel and Bo Dallas, the Miztourage. So yeah, about the Miztourage, I have not put the Miz or Maurice in there. They are just for themselves. So yeah, deal with that. And I'm sure you can. So the Miztourage goes to NXT. Next in line for Raw, that will be their 4th pick, I think, maybe? Yeah, I think it's the 4th pick. So yeah. Should be good, hopefully. Of course, every pick is good. And everyone on Raw, SmackDown, and NXT will go through this draft here. But this one for Raw is one they already have, which is the Big Show. So, no one is getting drafted there. Because I wasn't allowed to pull everyone from their rosters. So, people who prior to this was already on Raw or SmackDown or NXT, if they get drafted to, for example with Big Show, if he gets drafted to Raw, he's already on Raw, then nothing happens. That's just it. So one for SmackDown, and this one is a big one. Not in size, but it's a big draft for SmackDown. Pulling him off from Raw is the first ever Universal Champion, because the commentators on Raw will make sure to tell you that. It is the Demon, Finn Balor. So, we go to NXT. Themselves with none other than another tag team. So, more or less, they have actually evened it out now when they lost 4 people. More or less. This time, it is the newly formed tag team. Hello there, Balaram. Nice to meet you. The newly formed tag goes to the tag team of Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin. So off from SmackDown Live with Chad and Shelton, who is not on any show at the moment. For Raw, also for SmackDown and NXT, of course, but for now, just Raw. And Raw will equip themselves with somebody. We don't know who just yet. But nonetheless, it will be Akira Tozawa from 205 Live. Well, he's actually there already, so congratulations, Akira. You shall stay where you are. So yeah, 5th pick for SmackDown. We will find out in a few seconds who that will be. I am good, Belram, and hopefully you are too. It would actually be nice if someone would tell me if there's any video now, or everybody's just hearing my voice. That'll be nice to know. But for SmackDown Live, it is someone who is actually nowhere because she's dead. But I've decided to give her the chance anyway that she never got in the game. So, to SmackDown Live, it is the 8th wonder of the world, Chyna. Next up for NXT, we shall find out very soon who it is. For NXT, they will get... Oh, this is quite interesting considering his whereabouts in the real life. But in this game, NXT has just signed the SmackDown Live General Manager, Daniel Bryan. Cool. Next up for Raw, we shall see who we shall see who it is, who it will be for Raw. So far, it's been quite interesting with the people who have been drafted. We are far from done here. For Raw, once again, one they already have, it is Dana Brooke. Oh, well, that's what happens in situations like this. But for SmackDown, maybe they will get a new person. Or not. We'll see in a few seconds who SmackDown will get. For SmackDown Live, no, they will also get one they already have. And I think he would be delighted with that, because for SmackDown Live, it is already the United States Champion. AJ Styles stays on SmackDown Live, the house that he built. Alright? So, one for NXT. See who it shall turn out to be. There's still a lot of people. but mainly people up here in the front area because, yeah, as I mentioned earlier, it decided to only give me my first 50 picks. For NXT, it's a former NXT superstar. It is Apollo Crews. Once again, I have not created the Titus Worldwide tag team thing. Nah. So yeah. Great. And I've just been notified that there is still no video. Just my lovely, 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 lovely voice. Hey. Yeah. It's black screen. I apologize, I really do. I hope you can somewhat still follow me. What's going on? I really have bad internet. Yeah. I hope you live through it. And while I was talking and apologizing, the next for Raw has been added, but the person is already there. The person is Bailey. So yeah. So we go with one for SmackDown Live this time around. And this time, it will be a cliffhanger. Thank you, spinning wheel. Thanks a bunch. So for SmackDown Live, keeps on going with the people who is already there. But for SmackDown Live, actually I don't know if he is in the game. Yeah, he is. For SmackDown Live, it is the Ayatollah of Rock and Roller, Chris Jericho. We go to NXT. Right now, that's the only brand who actually gets people. Congratulations to them. Yeah. So there's really no use in me looking at you guys, looking into the camera. Because you can't really see whatever I'm doing. I could run around butt naked, you wouldn't know. But I won't. But for NXT, and a lot of people have actually been saying that he should go there. Well, I can grant that wish. For NXT, it is the show-off. Dolph Ziggler goes to NXT. What else will happen here in the black screen draft? Yeah, we shall never know. Of course we will know. But for Raw, ladies and gentlemen, we shall have another one. Another one. And another one. And another one. But for now, Raw takes a little tag team from SmackDown. The team Breezango, Tyler Breeze, and Fandango. They will head over to the Raw brand, to the red side of the lake. And I need to find Tyler Breeze, because he's in the other end of this sheen that you can't really see. Isn't that just lovely? Isn't that just lovely? No it isn't. It actually quite irritates me that my internet is so shite that I have to make my videos with a black screen. Because, I mean, I could put in an Ethernet cable into my PlayStation and probably have a lot better internet. But I only got one Ethernet cable. And that one I have to use for my computer, because that one doesn't really have good internet or Wi-Fi either. So isn't that just lovely? Yeah. For SmackDown Live, they just lost a tag team. But trust me, they just gained a person who is size-wise equal to 2, or maybe more. It is actually the current Universal Champion heading to the blue brand. Brock Lesnar is heading to SmackDown Live. Let's see if NXT has something up their sleeve as well. Raw just took a tag team. SmackDown just took a champion. NXT? Only time will tell. Ho ho ho! NXT surely did not disappoint, nor did they stay behind the main roster. 'Cause NXT has just taken the newly reunited tag team, or should I say stable, of Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, and Roman Reigns. That's right, NXT has taken the entire Shield just for themselves. Dean Ambrose, and I have to go through this list, as you might know, of people. Roman Reigns, you are also going to NXT. And last but not least, Seth Rollins, you are also heading for NXT. That was quite a round, in my opinion. But there's still a lot to go. It is going down with the number of people left. But there's still quite a few left. Now, we turn our attention back to Raw. And once again, Raw takes one they already have. It is the tag team of Heath Slater and Rhino. Good for them. Good for them. They will keep Heath Slater and Rhino. But let's just take, while it spins for SmackDown, let's take a look at, well, you can't really look, once again I apologize, but let's have a look at how many there are on the separate brands. Raw has 49, SmackDown has 37, and NXT has 25. But right now, SmackDown makes a deal with Raw to take from them the currently in real life injured Big Cass. Big Cass has left Raw and has entered SmackDown territory. Yeah, yo. Yeah. I guess this is the opposite of what is the name? You know, silent movies. I guess this is the opposite. There's no picture, only sound. For NXT, NXT sure love themselves some tag teams here. I can tell. Because this time, they equipped themselves with the game's current... No, they're not the current, never mind. But they equipped themselves with the team of Sheamus and Cesaro. Good for NXT. They get some more people. And some more tag teams. And that's not a bad thing. Not a bad thing at all. Sheamus, you are heading for NXT as well. So, we hit back to Raw, to Kurt Angle land, if one could say so. And Raw keeps on taking whoever they already have. And this one is a big one that remains on Raw. This time around, It is the monster among men, Braun Strowman, who stays with Kurt Angle and the rest of Raw. Next up is one for SmackDown, or two for SmackDown. I don't know how many tag teams do I have left. Okay, I got a couple of tag teams and 2 stables left actually. So that's nice. But this one for SmackDown is a female caliber. It is the foxy one, Alicia Fox. And I will not pronounce the name as Noam Dar did, because I can't. One for NXT will have... Curious to see. At least I'm curious to see, because you can't see. I'm sorry. But NXT equips himself with yet another tag team. This time it is the tag team of Epico and Primo, the Colognes. Good for them. Maybe they can resurrect their careers down there. Epico away from SmackDown and over to NXT. Damn, NXT with all these tag teams slowly approaching the number of people on their roster with SmackDown. They are right now only 8 people away from the same level as SmackDown. Damn. That is a lot. But the next one for Raw remains to be seen. Remains to be announced. Raw has taken themselves another tag team that they already have. Raw, you're not really exciting at the moment. But yeah, the tag team of Scott Dawson and Dash Ryder, the Revival, is heading back home, I guess, to Raw. So we head over to SmackDown, and we will see what they get. SmackDown gets another one of their own as well. It is none other than a second generation superstar. It is none other than Charlotte Flair. So NXT, let's see if they will take one of their own as well, or they will equip new people. NXT, I can already tell by now that they are taking a new one. It is none other than the man who has the biggest losing streak, at least in WWE at the moment. He wants you to face the facts. Right now he has to face that he's heading to NXT. It is Kurt Hawkins. And one for Raw, and that is one from NXT. It is none other than Andrade Cien Almas. And there he was. Well, in the game he's not in NXT because he's not in the game at all. But now he is, because I have downloaded him. Thanks to whoever created Andrade. One for SmackDown. It is another one from 205 Live, another one from Raw. The runner-up in the Cruiserweight Classic, Gran Metalik, is going to SmackDown. Let us throw one in on NXT. But who? Now that, in my opinion, is an MVP in the women's division, she is heading away from Raw. I went way too far. My bad. She's heading away from Raw back to NXT. It is Little Miss Bliss, Alexa Bliss. Alright. The wheel is getting smaller and smaller. Less and less superstars remaining. But, nonetheless, Raw takes... bids welcome to the Drama King himself, Aiden English. Oops. I put him both on Raw and SmackDown. I did not intend to do that. Alright, one for SmackDown. And SmackDown has just equipped them with the hardest tag team perhaps in WWE at the moment, as SmackDown Live has just signed the Undisputed / the Undisputed Era. I'm not quite sure still what the name is. It is Adam Cole, Bobby Fish, and Kyle O'Reilly heading to SmackDown. And that, in my opinion, is quite a deal for SmackDown. That was Bobby Fish. Now let's go to Kyle O'Reilly. Kyle, where did you go? Kyle. Oh yeah, it's with a Y, not an I. There we go. Kyle O'Reilly, come on over to SmackDown. Alright. We have some few people left. I think we might have around 10 people left. This video has also been going on for 40 minutes. Damn. 40 minutes of black screen and my soothing voice. But not really. But NXT might just have lost the Undisputed Era. But they sure have just picked someone almost equally as good. Or maybe even greater, depending on who you ask. But nonetheless, NXT has just taken... Wow, I'm really fucking up the words today. Has just taken the New Day. Big E, Kofi Kingston, and Xavier Woods are heading to NXT. Good for them. Good for them, I must say. And Xavier Woods, you were there, buddy. Come on over to NXT. Cool. Few people left. But who is heading for Raw this time around? Oh, another little call-up from NXT. In the women's division. Why do I keep messing up? Oh, it's annoying. Never mind. Nonetheless, from NXT, Ember Moon is heading for Raw. Then we have SmackDown. And SmackDown welcomes back a former face for them. Not face as in he was a good guy, but a face that they remember quite well. He is leaving Raw and he's heading back to SmackDown. It is none other than the Eater of Worlds, Bray Wyatt, who is heading to SmackDown. Alright, we have 8 people remaining. Actually, we have... He's heading back to NXT. He's staying on NXT. It is Hideo Itami. Alright, we are approaching the final people, at least for this video, who is heading somewhere. And this one for Raw is one from SmackDown. It is none other than the Lone Wolf, Baron Corbin. Baron, you must leave SmackDown and head over to Raw. Thank you. And one for SmackDown. It is actually a... they just made a swap, I guess. Because from Raw and from 205 Live, it is none other than Cedric Alexander. Alrighty then. 5 people remaining. So it's not gonna go up, but it's okay, because we have more to come. But this one, for NXT, he comes from Raw and 205 Live. It is Enzo Amore. There we go. So we have one more round of people. And then I guess the last one heads for Raw. Yeah. 4 people. One of them is a tag team. One is a woman. And 2 wrestlers. This one is for Raw. And it is one from SmackDown. And it's a woman. Again. And it is the Princess of Staten Island, Carmella, who is heading for Raw. And so, we were down to 3. 1 more for SmackDown, 1 more for NXT, 2 more for Raw. This one for SmackDown. He is leaving Monday Night Raw. It is none other than the bizarre one, Goldust. And so, we have 2 remaining. We have a tag team, and we have a singles wrestler. One of them is heading for NXT. One is heading for Raw. One of them is coming from Raw. One from SmackDown. So at least one of them will get a new home. Maybe both of them. But nonetheless, yep, both of them will get a new home. So that means that the final one for this video for NXT is Mr. No Days Off, Darren Young. And that means that the final one for Raw for this video is the tag team, newly reunited tag team of Eric Young and I mean not Eric Young, Eric Rowan. There we go. Yeah, Eric Rowan and Luke Harper, the Bludgeon Brothers, away from SmackDown and over to Raw. And that means, just for a little conclusion here, when I have assigned Luke Harper for Raw, that means that right now Raw has 44 superstars, SmackDown Live has 37, and NXT has 35. So yeah, that has just concluded that. The first part of the draft. We are done here. For now, at least. I hope you enjoyed watching. Because I enjoyed... actually, you didn't watch much. So, I guess I should rephrase that. I hope you enjoyed listening. Because I enjoyed playing for you guys. Remember always to go like, favorite, subscribe, and leave a comment. Because I will, as always, appreciate it. And until next time... Stay well, my fellow YouTubers. Stay well.